Hey, it's Dana, the Gypsy Psychic. Are you ready for another message? Come on in and get comfortable. Put your feet up, get your blanket, a pillow, something to eat, something to drink, something to smoke. Throw it up on the big screen if you want to. Put in the earbuds, kick back and relax because we're going to unpack some psychic messages. Hey, you guys, how's it rolling? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Come on in. Let's talk about some things. It's going to work the way that it always works. I'm going to shuffle and pray. I'm going to lay out a whole bunch of cards. I will thoroughly confuse you for a good solid minute while I sew together a story. If you're coming back to the channel, come on in. You know exactly what to expect. Snuggle up to this table right here and let's talk about some things. And if you hang around to the end of the video, I will tell you all about my book, The Ultimate Step-by-Step Guide to Your Spiritual Awakening. Hey, Leo, how you doing? How's it rolling out there for all you big kitties, huh? How's it rolling out there for Leo these days? Let's throw some cards. Let's just see how it's rolling for Leo these days. Yeah, let's do it. Spirit, Source, Universal Energy. I have the collective of Leo with me, Spirit, and they want to know what you know. What do you know about this particular Leo, and what does this Leo need to know and understand about themselves, their lives, and their futures? What's coming towards this Leo? What do they need to look out for? What do they need to look forward to? And how do they navigate everything for their very best and highest good? Spirit, please use me as a clean and clear vessel to not only interpret these messages, but to explain them as well. Please tell me where the stopping point is for this particular Leo. I'll cut 3 times, right there, and pull straight from the top. All right, let's do it, you guys. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Bottom of the deck, the 6 of Pentacles, the giving, the receiving, the sharing of prosperity in life. The 5 of Cups in reverse, moving on. The Fool in reverse, foolishness. The 5 of Swords in reverse, letting go of a white knuckle grip mindset. The 10 of Swords in ending. The 2 of Swords and the Devil in reverse. That'll make hella sense to you guys in a second. Makes hella sense to me right now. First card out the box. 4 of Pentacles. All right, 4 of Pentacles. 2. The 8 of Cups in reverse. So some kind of stability, security. 8 of Cups in reverse is knowing you need to walk away from something, but not. The 9 of Wands, resilience, persistence. The Queen of Swords in reverse, saltiness. And the 2 of Wands, the future. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse, loss. The 10 of Wands in reverse, overwhelming burden. The 3 of Pentacles in reverse, in the center of the reading, a lack of teamwork, a lack of collaboration, the Ace of Swords in reverse, and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the Emperor in reverse, the Tower in reverse, the King of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant in reverse, the Ace of Cups in reverse, the King of Wands in reverse, and Temperance. Temperance to the 4 of Swords, the Princess of Wands, the Hermit in reverse, 4 of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Cups to the 7 of Pentacles. Justice in reverse and Judgment. Look at that. Look at that. King of Cups in reverse to the 10 of Cups. Strength in reverse and the 4 of Cups. All right, let's make some sense out of it. What the heck is going on right now? So the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Tell me about this. Stability, security, 8 of Cups in reverse, knowing you need to walk away from something, but not. The 9 of Wands, resilience and persistence. Anything I need to know about these 3 cards? They're pretty self-explanatory. What about this 4 of Pentacles right here? Tell me about this 4 of Pentacles right here. The Sun in reverse, right on. And the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the 3 of Swords. Okay. All right. The 9 of Wands, resilience, persistence, holding on to something. All right, Leo. All right. This is what we got going on here. So we have a Leo in this reading that is very, very discontented with their situation. very discontented. The Four of Pentacles talks about control, stability, foundation. Okay, so this is a Leo that wants something to be the way that they want it to be. Okay, for this particular Leo to feel good about life, they need their situation to be the way that they want it to be. Okay, Sun in reverse. This particular Leo is unhappy, very unhappy, very unhappy. To the Queen of Wands in reverse. Someone in this Leo's life, this Leo seems to think is selfish. Okay? And the Three of Swords. And it causes you a lot of grief and sorrow and pain. The Eight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse talks about being emotionally hopeless. And this is you giving up on this situation. It's emotionally hopeless. The Sun in reverse again talks about being unhappy, but it also talks about something that you're not seeing clearly. Okay? The Nine of Wands, resilience and persistence, holding on to a situation perhaps until you gain some more stability. The Nine of Wands is about fighting the good fight. Fighting the good fight. What is it that this Leo is not seeing clearly? That the Nine of Wands says that you need to conquer. Okay? What is it that you're not seeing? Well, the Queen of Swords in reverse says you're real salty. Real salty about something, and perhaps you are in denial about a certain aspect of yourself that needs your attention, and perhaps that's what you need to see clearly, and that's what you need to conquer in the Nine of Wands. What is this? Well, it's the World in reverse. The World in reverse is a repeated cycle over and over and over again in this particular Leo's life. Yep. Never closing down the old cycle through some critical self-analysis. See, the World card in the upright, this is about critical self-analysis. That is the only thing that brings one cycle to a closure and a new cycle to begin is critical self-analysis. Nobody ever changes until they get sick of their own bullshit, right? And this particular Leo is disgruntled with someone else who they think is selfish, but these cards are saying that this particular Leo maybe needs to examine themselves a little bit because it's a repeated cycle with the World in reverse. You're never growing beyond this. You're not learning what it is that you need to learn, and therefore you just keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. Maybe for this Leo, it is if you are not 100% happy and satisfied in a situation, you want to jump ship, or you feel emotionally distraught for some reason if it's not exactly the way that you think it should be. And something along those lines is the issue for this Leo. The Eight of Swords, all tied up in your head. All tied up in your head. To the Three of Pentacles. Teamwork, collaboration. You can't seem to get this person to be the way that you want them to be. You just can't seem to get it to be the way that you want it to be. And it's not the situation. It's this actual person right here. It's this Queen of Wands in reverse. This person that you think is selfish in some way. The Two of Wands, the future, at the threshold of your future. Yes, it is. What is that? Well, it's recognizing what we're going to talk about the Leo as we get a little bit further on down this reading right here. And if you are thin-skinned and you don't want to hear anything about anything that you need to improve on yourself, this probably isn't the reading for you. And I know a bunch of y'all are clicking off right now. This isn't the reading for you. All right. This is a reading about how to manifest the kind of future that you truly, truly want to have for yourself. Because right now you're in a situation of emotional hopelessness because someone around you isn't doing what it is that they're supposed to do. Okay? So the Two of Wands, your future. To the Fool, brand new beginning, brand new journey, brand new understanding, a leveling up of your spirituality. Yes, this whole situation right here is actually going to move you into the next phase of your life. To the Star, your future is not only a brand new beginning and a brand new journey, but the Star is about your path and your purpose and the renewal of your life, just like the World card, right? Not that your life sucks and you need a new life, but it's a renewal. It's the Fool. It's coming. Let me explain. So the World card, this is the last card in the major arcana. There's 21 cards, 22 counting the Fool, okay? This is the very last card. The major arcana are our guide stones to having a successful human experience, because you are a soul having a human experience, not a human having a soul experience. You're a soul having a human experience, and you are experiencing some kind of spirituality, or you wouldn't be watching tarot card readings, right? So the World is the last card of the major arcana. The World says you have all of the tools that you need to close down the current learning phase and step into a new cycle. The new cycles consist of all of the major arcana, all 21, 22 of the major arcana. We go through them in some form or fashion, some way. We build upon them and build upon them and build upon them and build upon them. We get all the way down to the end. The World card says bingo, and sends you right back up to the top to the Magician again. And you go through it over and over and over again. It's growth. It's personal growth. It's spiritual growth, right? So the World card says you can do this. You got everything you need to do this. In the reverse, what it's saying is that you have everything you need to close out the current learning cycle of your life and step into the brand new cycle, but you continue to just repeat the same cycle over and over and over again. You're not able to break free from the cycle, and that cycle is directly related to your disgruntledness that something or someone isn't the way that you think that they should be. Okay? All right. The new beginning and the new journey for you is bringing this into the upright. It's closing, it's saying the critical self-analysis, right? You have to say, oh, I see what I need to learn and grow about myself from this situation. Instead of, if it's not my way, it's the highway, with the World in reverse. How's that working for you? How's that working for you? The path, the purpose, a new beginning, a new journey, your future is right in front of you. Six of Wands in reverse, but you can't have success until you overcome the battle. To the Six of Pentacles, giving, receiving, and sharing in the prosperity of life. Tell me about this Six of Pentacles, please. I would like to know one card about the Six of Pentacles. One card about the Six of Pentacles. One card about the Six of Pentacles. One card. Ooh, yep, Six of Cups. Look at that. Look at that. Interesting. Okay, so you can't have success until you overcome the battle. What's the battle? It's what you need to look at within yourself. I'm going to do a spoiler alert, and as we get down here to the end of this reading, we talk about some unresolved issues from this particular Leo's childhood that they have not quite fully processed or come to terms with yet. And that is directly related to you being you being emotionally hopeless about this person that you deem to be selfish, demanding, maybe insecure, maybe jealous, right? And even though the battle is yours to overcome, it doesn't mean that this person isn't that. What it means is that this cycle chose this person, and now you need to, once and for all, understand about yourself what you need to understand about yourself so you don't keep choosing this person, because this isn't the first time you've chose this person or the last time you'll choose this person until you figure this out inside of yourself. Okay? It's the wounded attracted to the wounded, and it's the blind leading the blind. All right? Six of Pentacles, to give and receive and share in the happiness of life. To the Six of Cups, family, home, nostalgia, memories. Two of Pentacles, you have to prioritize. You have to prioritize what it is about you that makes you think it has to be your way, I suppose, is what this is saying. This is also saying if you can balance this out and prioritize this within yourself, your situation will balance out. Will balance out as well. Whether it's your growth and maturity and perspective that is influencing and changing this person, and this relationship or this situation can come back together again, or if it's you having the realization and balancing this out within yourself and understanding that this situation is beyond you now. Okay? All right. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Whatever this situation is, you stand to have a loss. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse is loss. I mean, it's like loss. It's financial failure. It is your sense of well-being is turned upside down. That's what the Ten of Pentacles in reverse is, right? And the Two of Cups comes on top of it and talks about a breakup. The end of a relationship, whether it's work, money, career, family, love, friendship, the end of a relationship, but because it's unviable. It's unviable. It's an unviable relationship. And you are experiencing some loss, or if you're going through this, you will experience loss if you let this relationship dissolve because it's not exactly the way that you think it should be. To the Ten of Wands in reverse. And the Ten of Wands in reverse talks about an overwhelming burden. And I think that you are sitting on this relationship because you don't want the financial burden of leaving the relationship. And then we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse in the center of your reading. This is about a lack of teamwork and a lack of collaboration. Remember, up here, you're all salty about it not being your way. So the Three of Pentacles in reverse is you can't get this person, people, place, or thing to cooperate with you. And the Ace of Swords in reverse. And for the life of you just can't figure out why. To the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, unmet expectations. Can't work on it, can't work it out. Unmet expectations. Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Moon. The Moon is the proverbial struggle inside of us between that which we know is true and that which we just necessarily don't want to accept as the truth. What the truth of the situation is that Leo has some responsibility here. And the struggle, what you don't really want to accept as the truth, is that A, you have to do something about it, and B, perhaps there is no salvaging this relationship, because if you do this growing that these cards are asking you to do, this internal critical self-analysis, then you will come to the conclusion that this relationship isn't viable. Do you stay? Do you go? Do you stay? Do you go? The Queen of Cups in reverse comes on top of this and talks about an imbalance, emotionally imbalanced. It also leans itself to that Queen of Wands in reverse right there, which this Queen of Cups in reverse is sometimes about emotional codependency or someone who can't balance or maintain their own emotions. So perhaps you are with someone who is emotionally codependent. Perhaps you are emotionally codependent. And the Ace of Swords in reverse is saying you don't see this. Maybe. Emotional codependency is needing to get your own personal validation from someone else. So either this person needs their validation from you or you need your validation from them. Either way, both y'all have issues that you haven't quite worked out yet in your own person. To the Hangman. Pause, surrender, take a step back, and cut yourself loose from your tree with a new perspective. What's that new perspective? Well, Ten of Cups. You keep waiting around for the Ten of Cups to happen. You keep waiting around expecting this person to change, adjust, or do whatever it is that you are expecting them to be or do for you, about you, with you. You keep waiting for this to happen, but it's not going to happen because of the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, because of your saltiness about unmet expectations in this situation. The Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands talks all about standing your ground. And then the Nine of Pentacles comes on top of it and talks about independence and self-sufficiency. What this says is that if you do leave this relationship, you will be okay. Okay? Do not stay in this situation because you think that you're going to lose out financially. Because if you do what it is that your higher self is guiding you to do, your soul, your ancient, eternal soul, your higher self, if you will go in the direction that your higher self is leading you to go, it's always the path of your very best and highest good. And this growth process for this particular Leo is in the path of your best and highest good. The Seven of Wands talks about being defensive or defending yourself from something, backing up from something. The guy in the card is backing up from a mob down beneath him, right? Not dealing with it. Not dealing with what? Not dealing with your dissatisfaction about the unmet expectations of this situation. And that's because you've outgrown this cycle. It's time for personal growth. It's time to expand your sense of understanding about life, yourself, love, relationships, who you are, and what you want your life to be. It's time to stop repeating the cycle of just being salty about it and knowing that you need to leave but not because you're afraid to upset the apple cart maybe financially somehow. To the Nine of Pentacles, you're going to be just fine. Independent, self-sufficient, bringing a culmination to the situation. This is about standing in your power, owning your truth, standing in your power, and doing something proactive for your best and highest good. To the Wheel in reverse. Blockage. Universal order can't take place. You are fighting against universal order. What's universal order? Growth, critical self-analysis. What am I doing wrong here? Why did I choose this person? Why am I in this situation in the first place? See that so you don't keep doing this, because the universe has beautiful things for you. But you have to do the critical self-analysis to close this cycle out and step into the new one. To the Wheel of Fortune. Actually, you know what? I'm going to talk about these guys first. So there's blockage, right? Blockage with the Wheel in reverse. To the Emperor in reverse and the Tower in reverse. The Emperor in reverse literally is about domination, control, a lack of self-discipline. And I do believe, Leo, that this is you. And I think this is you because it's a card about being out of control. And somehow this Leo is out of control of themselves because, and I know I keep harping on this, but it's just what they keep saying, right? Because you're not closing down the old cycle and starting a new cycle. You're just repeating a cycle of emotional hopelessness. I asked what the root of this Emperor was, and it's the Six of Cups in reverse. Six of Cups in reverse. Can you see that? Six of Cups in reverse is about unresolved issues from the past. And then the Five of Wands comes on top of it and says that is what is causing conflict in this relationship and all of your relationships in your life. There's unresolved issues from your past. Perhaps this Emperor in reverse ties into when your little brain was stitching together, what you decided was your entitlement. Perhaps this Emperor in reverse is someone that you grew up with, a mom, a dad, a grandma, a grandpa, some kind of influential figure in your life that taught you, indirectly probably, taught you that what you want is the most important thing in the whole wide world and nothing else matters. Because for them, what they wanted was the most important thing in the world and nothing else matters. Interesting. And this is the unresolved childhood issues with that Six of Cups in reverse right there. Yeah. So you are, whoever this is hitting with, it's not for everyone. Don't try to squeeze something out of it if it's not for you. This is a story. So don't pick and choose, right? You can't pick and choose the pieces of a story or the story doesn't make sense. Okay? This is like a whole kind of thing here. Don't just see yourself as the good guy. You gotta see yourself with real eyes. We're not always good. We're not. No matter how much we try, we still succumb to our egocentric, self-centered flesh ways somehow. And the what's stuck in the craw of this Leo, as we would say down here in southern United States, is unresolved issues from your past. Possibly, like I said, an example of what you thought. Someone taught you something that is standing in your way of your own personal success. And it's the root of the conflict in your life, not just in this relationship, but in your life. Perhaps it has to do with work. Perhaps as things don't go the way that you think they should go, you quit or you leave or you find a new job. If things aren't the way that you think they should be, you just abandon ship somehow. Tower in reverse. Tower in reverse says avert disaster. Well, what would be the disaster? Well, averting the disaster is not seeing what's in your future. What's in your future? The Three of Wands. Have some foresight. Look at what's ahead. The Hierophant and the Three of Cups. If you will reevaluate your belief system, critical self-analysis, if you will reevaluate your core belief system and look at the stones that you are standing upon, the foundation that you are standing upon for what you believe about who you are, what you want, and how you want your life to be. What does your identity? Who are you? What do you believe about life, about love, about marriage, about relationships, about commitments? What are the foundation stones that you stand upon? Because as you begin to do this critical self-analysis and take a little bit of accountability for your contribution to some kind of toxic situation in your life, that is growth. That turns the World card in the upright, shuts down the old cycle, clears this blockage of the wheel in reverse right here, and takes you to the Three of Cups. It puts you in a position to be able to attract a different kind of energy into your life, whether it be friends, family, love, work. This changing of this Leo on the inside puts Leo in a position to build upon that. Wheel of Fortune, it's the turning point. It is the turning point. Like I said earlier, whether it's the turning point where you step into your own and own your truth, right? Own your truth. This is who I am. This is how I believe. This is what I think. And whether you are disgruntled because someone isn't being the way that you think that they should be, because you feel entitled to having your way in the situation because of what you learned in your childhood, or if it's about you growing past this because of this self-realization. Either way, it's the turning point in your life for the next chapter and the next phase. The Chariot comes on top, says when you put in the self-control, the willpower, and the determination, when you put in the effort, the Chariot rolls. It's a 7, right? It's Trump 7, Major Arcana 7. 7 is about reflection and assessment, right? It's about looking at your own motivations, discovering your own motivations. When you put that effort into your life and into yourself, the Chariot literally escorts you to the new phase of your life, a brand new beginning, a brand new journey at the threshold of your future, the turning point, the path and the purpose with the Star, and the Ace of Cups, emotional growth. What kind of emotional growth? Well, emotional growth from what it is that whatever the ties that bind you to your sense of entitlement in this relationship is something that you need to evaluate. Because you're expecting someone to be the way that you expect them to be, and they're not. And because of that, this relationship is unviable. Because you chose this relationship from an emotional perspective of less grown than you are now and will be if you continue to analyze and correct your course. King of Swords in reverse matches that Queen of Swords in reverse. King of Swords in reverse is abusive. It's mentally abusive. It's mentally manipulative. Perhaps the person that you're with, Queen of Wands in reverse, she is kind of the crazy person of the tarot, right? But if the person that you're with is mentally abusing you or mentally manipulating you, then this is crucially important for you to do the critical self-analysis and ask yourself why you would allow this to happen in your life. King of Swords in reverse is about broken commitments. It's about being angry for sure. It's a misuse of power. It's a misuse of power for your very existence, for you to harbor anger and resentment because someone isn't the way that you expect them to be, right? You can't make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. You can't fit a square peg into a round hole. And if you're with someone that isn't being the way that you think that they should be, and you have expressed yourself in a kind, compassionate, emotionally mature kind of way, and they're like, well, screw you, take it or leave it, then it's time to leave it. It's just time to leave it. The Hierophant in reverse, cutting loose of ties, commitments, and obligations, a reevaluation of a core belief system. The reevaluation of that core belief system allows you to cut ties because it doesn't match yours anymore. To the Nine of Cups in reverse, emotional unfulfillment. The Ace of Cups in reverse, repressed emotions. And the High Priestess in reverse is about being unhealed. And the King of Wands in reverse is the match to the Queen of Wands in reverse, egocentric and self-centered. Now, I'm not saying anything. I'm reading you the story of the cards. Are these cards saying that you're an egocentric, self-centered narcissist? No, they're not. Egocentric and self-centered is human nature. We're all egocentric and self-centered. That's why it's so hard to walk a spiritual journey, because the flesh is just so strong. You're fleshing out on this particular situation, and Spirit's calling you out and saying it's time to stop fleshing out, and it's time to start souling out. It's time to start your new growth process, Leo. The Two of Pentacles in reverse, unbalanced. Your sense of well-being being imbalanced. To the Seven of Swords. Betrayal, deception, sneakiness, trying to get away with something. Perhaps you are planning on leaving this situation, and that's fine. Maybe you're making some covert plan on the down low to leave this situation, and that's great. But leave this situation in the world in the upright, not in the world in reverse. The wheel in the upright, not the wheel in reverse. Leave this situation and step into your growth instead of repeating the same thing. There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut. If you don't deal with this issue, and that's why it's ambiguous, right? Because I don't know who I'm reading for. If these were your cards, man, we could narrow down and dive in and get into the nitty gritty. But there is somebody that has some residual issues of some kind of narcissism from their childhood. And it is affecting the way that you interact with life. And they need you to know that. There is no shortcut. You got to grab the bull by the horns to temperance. And temper yourself. Temper yourself. Find some peace in the journey. Life does not have to be a struggle. Follow your higher self. Listen to your higher self. Grow spiritually and personally. Do some research, connect the dots back to your childhood, hover over it from a bird's eye perspective, and look at the dynamics that were happening in your life when your little brain was stitching together up until about, 8 years old maybe. Look at what made you the way that you are, because whatever that is, and I'm not saying your whole everything is bad. I'm just saying it's this issue right here, this particular thing for this Leo needs your attention. You're probably an absolutely fantastic person all the way around, but this is buried in your deep subconscious mind, and it's occupying the real estate that you need to grow new in your life, right? Temper yourself. Temper yourself, temper yourself. Again, to temperance. I didn't even see when I asked for the clarifying card that temperance was under this stack right here. So temperance to temperance, right? Temper yourself, take a breath, and know that all is well. Lean in to your intuition and your higher self. Stop struggling because of fear of the future. Stop struggling because you don't want to take some kind of a loss. Because if you're not good, no one's good. And if you keep repeating this cycle in the not good part of yourself, then it's going to keep being not good. Four of Swords, come to terms with the grief, the sorrow, and the pain, with this childhood thing, with this whole situation. Come to terms with it. Pick up the fourth sword, bring some stability to your mindset, Princess of Wands, and put some effort into this situation. Put some effort into yourself. To the Hermit in reverse, withdrawn and isolated because you are disconnected from communing with whatever it is you call your higher power. The Hermit is about soul searching and introspection. It's about asking for guidance in the darkest moments of our life. And in the reverse, it's someone that's disconnected from that. And if you're fleshing out and running your whole life from a flesh and bone perspective instead of a never-ending linear soul perspective, then you are detached from source. To the Four of Wands in reverse, and that's why things are upset in your life. The Queen of Cups, your higher self. The Seven of Pentacles, take a step back and reflect and assess on how it is you're going about doing things. Justice in reverse. The injustice of the situation is your lack of accountability for your own choice of this whole situation. You play a 50-50 role in whatever's going down because the wounded child in you chose the wounded child in them. When you deal with that wounded child and you go back and you put the pieces of the puzzle together and you look at the whole big picture, it brings healing, and it makes sense, and things make sense, and you're not attracted to the same situations that you were attracted to before. The injustice of the situation is lack of accountability. Boom, judgment, accountability. Yeah. Judgment is about answering the call. The call of what? Your higher self. Your higher self's trying to lead you. Your higher self is talking to you right now in this reading. If this is resonating with you, newsflash, this is a message from your higher self right here, right now. That's what I do. I'm a psychic medium. My job is to connect your higher self, your soul, to your consciousness so you can see the forest through the trees, because we get buried in the flesh, right? Conscious, cognitive decision to draw a line in the sand right here, right now, and accept the responsibility of the critical self-analysis of how you got to be in this situation. King of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse talks about emotional manipulation, emotional volatility. Perhaps your person is emotionally manipulating you and keeping you hoping for that 10 of Cups right there, right? Maybe. To the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups. That can be yours. It can be yours. Strength in reverse, but you're in a weak position right now because you're succumbing and not overcoming. 4 of Cups. So contemplate and reevaluate. Take the advice from source. 4th cup brings stability to your mindset. Okay? Brings stability to your mindset. 10 of Pentacles and death. 10 of Pentacles is restoration of everything. Everything that you think that you're losing by leaving a toxic situation. By following your higher self and allowing divine universal order to take place in your life instead of Leo order taking place in your life. If you will allow yourself to be led by something bigger than your human experience, it will transform your life and it will restore to you tenfold what you think you might be losing by following your higher self. Yeah, bottom of the deck, Devil in reverse. Release your limiting beliefs. The Devil in the upright is an attachment that's a restriction to your growth. In the reverse, it's about letting go of that, seeing what that is. And that's what we have been harping on through this whole reading. Release your limiting beliefs. 2 of Swords, because you are at a crossroads. You're at a very serious crossroads in your life. The 10 of Swords, there is ending in pain, betrayal, deception. This is some kind of, or will be, some kind of a shit show for this particular person. 5 of Swords in reverse. This is a card about resentment, holding on to resentment. Sometimes it's about letting go of resentment. Holding on to resentment, the Fool in reverse is foolish. It's foolishness. Once you process this from your higher self, never-ending soul perspective, and you see what this influence was in your childhood and why you have these expectations that can't be met, perhaps your expectations can't be met by anybody. Maybe your expectations are too high. Interesting. Maybe your expectations are too high, Leo. Nevertheless, right? Nevertheless, the foolishness of the situation is for you to ruminate in the saltiness, in the negative toxicity. The Devil, release it, detach from toxicity. Realize what's going on here and why you're connected to this, why you chose this person, place, or thing, right? Because it's foolish to not, justice in reverse, right? Have accountability. Take accountability. Wherever it is right there. 5 of Cups in reverse and move on. Move on. Close this cycle out and move on to the 6 of Pentacles so you can have a good life. So you can have a good life, so you can be at peace, so you can give and receive and share in the prosperity of life. So you can have success, material success, spiritual success, so you can feel good about life, Leo. Do the internal work that needs to be done. Reassess your expectations. And step forward into a new path, a new purpose, a new beginning, a new chapter of your life. I hope that helps someone. Namaste. You are a soul having a human experience, not a human having a soul experience. You are a beautiful thread in the tapestry of universal order. You are ancient and never-ending. You have a purpose, this life experience has meaning, and you are important. Your journey on this planet, in this lifetime, is not by accident. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Walk with me through the antiquated concepts of spiritual ascension with a step-by-step guidebook to help you find your higher self and mesh your consciousness with your soul's guidance to live with intention and purpose. This book is gender neutral, religion neutral, and judgment free. It is a safe place to explore and expand your desire for growth and understanding. There is no agenda here. There is nothing that you should or should not be. Just straight talk that will challenge everything you think you know about this thing called life.